Hey everyone, welcome to the Tex-Trek first reaction stream. It hasn't been a long week. I'm already mixing up my words. For the episode A Farewell to Farms, because I actually managed to look up the episode title before we hit play this week. Does everyone want to go around and introduce themselves real quick?
Sure. I'm Joel.
I'm Marcelo. I am a writer, a podcaster, and a YouTuber.
I'm Chris. Just here to do some more comedy tonight.
I'm Stanley. I am a writer, an artist, and a podcaster, and a nonprofit operations person dealing with election fallout. Huzzah!
Yeah.
But I'm sorry about, all of our weeks, honestly.
I'm a white man. I'm going to be fine, but I'm going to try and make space for the vulnerable. It's going to be rough.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm here every week, and I'm also on the podcast Masks and Mayhem. Everyone want to say what they thought about this latest episode?
Sure. We'll keep the same order, I think. I thought it was great. It was absolutely a fun visit to Konos, and plus Migleemo stuff. I mean, what a great combination. And anytime we get a recreation of the old matte paintings of Klingon stuff from Next Generation, I have so much fun. How about you, Marcelo?
This episode was so much fun because I never thought that I would see Lower Decks go to Kronos, and much less I never thought that I would see Beckett Mariner and Boimler have to deal with paint sticks. That was so much fun. Like I couldn't believe it. And Joel, you mentioned it. We finally got some story developed for Migleemo. That was so cool. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Migleemo was probably like my least favorite character on Lower Decks because he's kind of like forgive me guys, but he's annoying to me just a little bit. How he relates everything to food all the time.
More than Peanut Hamper? Wow.
You know what? You know what? I stand corrected. Peanut Hamper's worse.
Okay.
But listen, it was just really fun to see him get a storyline of his own. It was just really, really fun.
Yeah, no, this was a good episode. I liked, the fact that they went to Kronos, and we got to learn more about Mariner. You swear you always think you know everything about her, but she was a Chajich, and that girl, oh my goodness! I just want to know, is there anything she's not done yet? And then I did like how I like that we had the two stories. You had, their story trying to go through, getting him his captaincy back, and then you had the Migleemo story as well, which I didn't like. I said I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to that character, but I did like, I didn't realize how much they were revolved around food in their culture, and so when they were trying to cook everything, that had a good ending on it. I felt so.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. It was nice to laugh again. I had not experienced even an ounce of joy since the election. It's only been 2 days, but I've been pretty numb. So I was very thankful for a new episode of Star Trek, and this one was delightful. A lot of really fun moments, a lot of really good character development that others have already touched on, particularly for Mariner and Boimler. I'm liking that, like last season, we're getting little tidbits of a season-long arc, and we're getting a secondary tidbit throughout the season with Boimler's beard being a little bit more each episode, which is a fun little gag. I myself have a beard that takes forever to regrow when I shave it, and so I a new way that I identify with Boimler, so that was fun. And it was cool that Mary Chieffo was back, voicing a new Klingon, somebody a little more fun-loving than L'Rell was. I love L'Rell, but it was cool to hear Mary Chieffo being flirty with Ma'a. And I guess I also loved. I actually love Dr. Migleemo. He's insane, and
Right?
getting to know more about them, what they're called, and these weird assholes. I on my second watch when I was feeling a little bit more lively, I cackled at sweet and sour hell. Look at this place. It was just fun.
There was a lot.
Fun and delightful.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah,
if I
and
didn't
that-
rewatch, I don't know, I would miss a quarter of this.
I know. I
Mhm.
I rewatched it twice, and I missed that with Mary Chieffo. Thank you for pointing that out. Because I did the second time I watched it. I was like, her voice sounds familiar. I should look that up.
It was in
And
the
then did makeup instead.
Yeah.
Because I was getting on camera.
Yeah, that's why I looked it up. I couldn't tell. I wasn't sure which one she was at first when I was
Yeah.
looking up who was all in there, and I was surprised because it just says Klingon or something like that on IMDb. So I wasn't sure which one she was.
the
Um,
actual credits just list the people, which is kind of
I also
Yeah.
annoying.
Annoying.
Yeah, I wish they would
I-
list the characters.
I
And-
agree.
mhm.
Have they always done that? When it
At
comes
the
to
end,
I
credits
think
have
they
always
have,
Just, they've
Lower
always
Decks.
just put the names of the actors because I remember trying to figure out the Beta
Okay.
Droid trio, trying to make sure I knew which one was which, and I was like, well, I know which 3 actresses it was, but like,
Yeah.
I was trying to put them like correctly with their characters.
Correct.
But yeah, I also really enjoyed the episode. I agree. Like, I would hate to have Dr. Migleemo as a therapist. But like, as someone who's just a huge fan
Yeah.
of Tompkins, I'm like, I was like, be ridiculous and be a terrible therapist. This is hilarious. And so I love seeing more of that. And I love being like, oh, you thought he was insufferable.
Mhm.
Me, who his like culture reveres.
Yes, just the jacket with the leather pads on the elbows.
Mm-hmm.
That alone, it just every time makes me smile.
Mhm.
I
I
love
like-
their use of the guards. And she's like even says out loud, I'm going to like faking.
Catch me
fake-
as like performatively faint.
yes.
I wrote
That's
that one
right.
down.
Yeah.
It was a good. I gotta somehow get guards, and I can use that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, and I liked when they're in the Klingon bar, and the bartender's so frustrated with them because they hadn't gotten there yet with the blood wine. He's like, "These Klingons are too sober to, or are not drunk enough to fight or to brawl." I was like, "Oh my gosh," that was good. And
God,
Boimler,
also, the
all of his
opening-
news.
The opening credits being like a montage of them making blood wine
Yep.
was so
Yeah.
funny to me.
yeah, because they skipped the regular ones, which they did. They've done a few times, or at least once. I think in the first Crisis Point, I think they did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they do that. I think they do that when they intend to do longer episodes. That's why. That's why
Yeah,
they.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that.
I love
It
they were
reminded me a
kind
lot of-
like slow pace.
Yeah. It
In,
all
like, a
looks
fun
sort
way.
of Tatooine-y. It's not really
Yeah.
a desert, but it's just farm boy
reminded me
longing
of-
thing.
Yeah, it reminded me a bit of when they would show Chateau Picard.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It makes me
Yeah.
think of Picard.
All space has to do with some kind of vineyards.
Yeah.
Some vineyards are actually worms that you
Yeah.
squish into blood wine, but it's still close enough.
I actually thought of. I mean, I'm a huge Zack Snyder fan, so I actually thought about Rebel Moon, like with the opening of this episode that we saw the Klingon farming blood wine. I was like, this is kind of like Rebel Moon, except with a Klingon. Kind of. That's where my head goes. Sorry, guys.
I
saw
never
this.
saw
I
that.
believe they are made with the blood of those bugs that they had.
Yes, you can see
But
squishing
they
them
were-
like grapes.
Yeah, they were squishing them like the way that you would squish grapes, and like if this was like I Love Lucy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it is worm blood. Yeah, they look
Yeah.
like they're probably a different variety, but they look like ga, right?
They did look like
And they are eating them.
I was gonna say, but were they eating God though?
Maybe
Well, they
the
were
less
eating
fancy-
these worms, like the brother.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah.
The less fancy gaw is like you get the blood out of, and the more fancy gaw you keep alive to eat. Very
Maybe. I
weird
don't
thing
know.
to think about even for a second.
Oh man.
They're
Did y'all
not from the
pick
ga
up-
region of Quonos, so these are only can be used for blood wine, not straight ga.
Mm-hmm. Klingon girlfriend was a very funny character. Yes, she was.
Her name,
And-
their character is Elara, K apostrophe Elara.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say it exactly.
Um,
Kalara?
Mariner. Yeah.
I love Boimler just being like, I've got a Klingon thing going on. I was like Boimler setting me with my ADHD, where it's just like, here, I learned a lot about the Titanic in the last couple days. Don't worry
Mhm.
about it.
Sure.
His deadly special
Like,
interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm I'm so overjoyed that Boimler's the one that knows stuff about different cultures like the Klingons. Of course, he would like study all about Klingon, hierarchy and the way things are actually done in the books. Of course, he would know more than the Klingon High Council. I love that.
He doesn't know how it's normally done. He knows
Right.
Yeah.
the bureaucratic
I-
minutia
it
of the
also-
past.
Right.
Yes.
I like
That
to fight the Alexa
that
minutia.
also like totally tracks. But anytime you've seen the Klingon High Council in like TNG and Deep Space Nine, you're like, it's completely political and they know nothing.
True. Yeah.
It was great too watching Boimler in the background while other people talked. Like he goes up to they have the board where they're throwing knives, like the axe throwing thing, and he takes them out, and then later he's trotted back in by two Klingons, and then they beat him up. And,
Yeah.
it's great.
I know. And he was so happy about that too. He was like,
love
I
that
got beat
part.
up by Klingons.
I know we talked about it for a second. I love that he weirdly has like a Clark Gable mustache now. At this
Kinda,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
scruffiness
Yeah.
everywhere else.
Do you guys think by the end of the season he's gonna have like a full Riker mustache, or like he's gonna fall a little bit short?
I think
I think he'll have the full beard. It'd be funnier if he
Yeah.
couldn't do the full beard, no matter what.
Yeah.
it would
Couldn't
be funny
compare
if
to
it was
alternative.
Like, there's just a patch missing, like just one patch. missing.
Yeah.
right. Like
Yeah.
one side of his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think he wants to be like his alternate universe
Yeah.
version, but
Right.
who knows what they're going to do to him? Probably
Um,
not let him have the full
I
beard.
imagine a friend of mine who grew a beard at one point. There's a patch missing. He's like, I could. And we're like, no, sorry. This patch makes it not work great.
Yeah.
I also loved the brother character just being like the annoying little brother, just be like, I can't let him. He's just like, I gotta tell this girl that he's not a captain anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Although she seemed fine with that. She was like, yeah, you're cool. And then Mariner showed up and ruined everything for him. But
Mhm. Well, and I like Mariners. They always have to make fun of the boob window. They brought it in again.
I just got this, and I haven't got to it yet because I keep dying. It's Warp Your Own Way, the new comic.
yeah,
Choose your own. But in the beginning, there's a picture of Tandy with a goatee, an evil goatee. It's hilarious.
Oh, wow.
This just came out last week or something, 2 weeks ago.
I also, because you mentioned Tendi, I love that she has really good cutting skills, and she's like, yeah, assassin skills.
Oh, of course.
Perfect squares,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes,
perfect
perfect
square.
choice. I swear that fish looked. I guess that fish looked so familiar that they were
Oh,
cooking.
it's The Simpsons.
Okay.
First season, Marge cooks the three-eyed fish for Mr. Burns. It's not
Okay.
three-eyed, but it's so close to multi-eyed fish served an important
Yeah.
dinner. I'm sure that's what
Yeah.
they're thinking of.
Oh, okay, that went right over my head because of like.
Same. I
That-
thought it looked familiar, but
Okay.
Did you
Mhm.
watch
And I
it
was
4
thinking,
times?
yeah.
No,
Hey, 3
because
times.
because I not because I love the system. I love the Simpsons, but I haven't seen the early seasons in a long time.
Mhm.
First 12 are the only ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
All the
I was
rest don't
thinking-
count.
See, I had a feeling. For me, it was reminding me that fish was of something out of one of Men in Black when they're in that restaurant
Oh.
and they're trying to deneuralize
Okay.
K. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like the great thing about that Men in Black sequel is that for like half of the movie, Jay has like this partner who cries all the time, no matter what he says. He's
Yeah.
sorry for going off topic, but he starts crying for like no reason at all. Like,
Mhm.
what a wimp!
Oh, did y'all realize Jerry O'Connell played another character in this episode?
No.
No, who
What
else did he
character
play?
Did he play?
It said he was one of those. He was one of the bikers, those Klingon bikers.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
That was
okay.
my other favorite bit. I love that Experience Beige is now canon. Show of hands, who played that VCR game in the 90s? Just me?
I was gonna say I've seen clips of it.
I've
It's
watched
available
the
on
clips on
YouTube
YouTube,
now.
but I haven't played.
Yeah.
The whole thing is available on YouTube now. I highly recommend if you
I've
love
watched it-
gaming,
I've
you can
watched
get
it
the
on
game and you can play it by watching on YouTube. It is so
Okay.
fun. So you've got
Huh.
the Enterprise D as like a map,
Yep.
and you are a leftover crew person when a Klingon, not Chancellor Gowron, just looks like him, steals the ship. And you have to like complete tasks to save it. And every once in a while on this old VHS video, not Gowron will come up and be like, "You, the one who is moving now, experience beige." And then you have to pull up a beige card and like suffer damage or whatever. It is so fun. And I like, it was my first laugh out loud moment, and then I started to cry again, but it's fine. Like I was just like, "Oh, this is joy. I can still feel
This
it."
joy.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Experience beige, delightful.
I've seen
Alright.
clips of it, but I've never been able. I need
Never
to like
seen
look
it.
online to get like a
There-
clip on the actual game to like actually be able to play it.
Yeah, I've
There
never
is
heard
a
of it.
Yeah, you can find
yeah,
it. I think.
yeah. There is a Voyager tabletop game that just sounds just like that one that I had as a kid, but I cannot remember the name of that. of
Wait,
the
I had a
god
different
Wait,
next
Yeah.
Father,
generation
you have this
VCR
game.
game.
I'm going to make us do this at some point. Then, Father, if you have this,
Does he? Does he have the game?
Apparently- He said
Listen,
he
record
did.
this.
A Tex-Trek Salon crossover episode where we
Yes.
play this game live.
Yes.
All,
That was
all,
so
all
fun.
about it.
So for that.
Let's
That's
do it.
So fun. Like,
That would be so fun. That would be great.
I love that baby Father was like keeping it in plastic to like preserve it or something, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Break it out for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be
But
so
it's
like
good
him
to get on
keeping it in
YouTube though,
plastic.
because it could be that the hardest part would have been locating a VCR.
Yeah, I have
Right.
two VCRs,
Yeah.
but
I have
one
to
is
No,
see.
new in
actually-
box. But
Yeah.
No, actually, I believe I have a VCR right next to where my laundry is. I have it like right above my laundry.
I don't have a VCR. I do have a
I
cassette
don't have
player,
one.
so that feels of the same. Which
No,
is
no,
I
when
don't
we're
have the
splitting it-
hardware to hook it up to my new TV. But
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
yeah, well,
That would
you
be
can get your
cheap,
hands on. Yeah, that'd be cheap, right?
What
Does have the-
I'm glad you noticed that reference because I have not played
Yeah, I
that
didn't.
game. I also didn't
Mhm.
realize that board because I've seen clips of it. I think I always assumed that, which is Gowron. Could they like not want to pay the person who wrote Gowron originally?
no, that's it for sure. Yeah,
Yeah. Like,
it costs money to use characters.
Oh yeah.
I have, sorry to 180 maybe,
Yeah.
but I have this on in the background, and I just noticed. I think we learned Dr. Migleemo's first name,
I didn't write it down. What is Gout?
It's
Something with
Gabers.
G? Something. Okay.
Gabers?
Gabers. I think,
Something like
Okay.
that.
which is hilarious. Let me turn this up real quick.
yeah.
He programmed the how you call yourself a chef, which is hilarious. I don't. I call myself a psychologist. She does her fake faint, which is hilarious. Here it is. Gaber's Migleemo.
Wow.
I remember seeing the
Gabers.
subtitles.
Gaber's.
I
I
feel
think they
like
spelled it with a
on-
G in the subtitles.
I
Yes.
feel like on other shows, it's like sometimes we never learn characters' last names, and on Star Trek,
Yeah.
it's just like we just for like, oh, I never learned his first name. Like, do
Yeah,
Mhm.
nobody knows Worf's first name.
Yeah, Mr. Worf, Mr. Leslie. It's all just misters.
No, Ducat. They never gave Ducat's first name.
It was Bob.
not even
That's why.
not even in the novels or the.
I think the novels have given him, but they're not all
You
necessarily
got
the same because
Mhm.
Yeah, did they give Garrick a first name or just
Yeah,
like
it's Elam.
Garrick?
Oh, yeah.
Liam. It's
Elam?
Elam.
It's,
Elam.
Elam. Okay, Elam. Okay.
That's like
Mhm.
a whole thing in the
Yeah, that's huge.
the Wire. That's the name of that episode, right?
Yeah. The
Okay.
thing in his head.
Okay.
I just
Yeah,
never
I-
shut it off.
Father.
I just never showed
Fathery.
up.
Is that why you go by Fathery?
Oh no! Well, oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Well, for the longest time, I didn't know Father's first name, but when I finally heard it, I'm like, that doesn't sound right. You're gonna just call Father to me because it doesn't.
Bye.
He's Solandrex, so he put that in the chat for you.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
And then
yeah,
I
I
was
did.
trying by, and then he
Yeah.
didn't catch him quite fast.
Oh
Yeah,
my
no, but the first time that I heard Fathery's actual first name, I was like, wait, That's your actual oh wow.
I
How
well,
cool.
Yeah.
Because someone else was calling him Steven in a chat, and I called him Stephen, and my brain went, ew, don't like he's fathering.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Some last names are just born to be used.
Mm-hmm. Did you? Oh my God! I was when they were doing all the challenges, and he was just kept on making up things. He's like, "Go express the anal glands of the tard," and the brother's like, "I know how to do that. I've done thousands of them." I was like, "Ugh."
I mean, everyone is like, I dream of living on a farm. No, you don't. That's what you go do on a farm.
Yeah.
Like,
Some dogs
nope,
too
I'm
need
good.
that, but
That's why you have vets. They can do it.
yeah, bodies are gross, humans included. Like,
thankfully in that one area, humans are superior. But
Oh.
I
I didn't realize how much they did not like I've Got It Playing Again as well. You know, how frustrated they got with humans, especially Starfleet humans, when Mariner and them walk into the bar.
this feels like it depends on who's chancellor thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, Martok should be chancellor still, though. I would think at this point. Oh shoot!
No, but-
I don't know when this. Actually, I don't know the years in this. It could be.
it's.
Oh,
I don't think we
about it.
know. I think Martok
don't
was
think
the
we
last
know.
one we do know,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but it's
He was.
I would say Star Trek Online also has that you come and Gowron's not chancellor anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many?
But I guess it would
how
this
many,
is
depend on when
post
this is-
Voyager. It's
Yeah,
like
post-
how many?
2380.
How many chancellors has the Klingon Empire had? How many successful chancellors has the Klingon Empire had?
Define successful.
Yeah.
Successful as
they
in
have
a
a lot.
politician got to the top. A lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Successful by whatever metric you quantify
Mhm.
I feel
successful
like
as.
the episode that Gowron becomes it, like the guy, did he die of old age? It's been a hot second.
Poison. No, he
He's
was
poisoned, but
killed.
he's quite old though, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Impact. I think that was his name or something like that. Yeah, he was being poisoned by probably the Durosses, but I don't remember
yeah.
for sure.
I think it is the
Um,
Durosses.
Mm-hmm. And that's why then Kim Peck was poisoned.
And then
Chat.
And yeah, that's why I was
Yeah.
looked over there. And then that's when Gowron was coming in, and he had Picard help him out as well. I think that was his Chardich as well, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever he was. And then he was instated. And then at the end of DS9, Gowron basically, went off the deep end. Worf
Yeah.
takes him out.
So they're like, you should be chancellor. Worf's like, no.
Hell no.
No way.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No way.
Yeah, they put
See,
they put him on him, and he says, "Nope, you're it now."
Your hell no was the more appropriate version because my brain went, fuck no.
Fuck no.
I think you mean beep. No.
Beep,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
It is funny when they have to. I found it really funny that they had to bleep shit.
Also, but
They don't
you know
have
what?
to.
They don't
They
have
do
to.
it
They
because
don't
it's
have to.
funnier.
I think
They've
they
said
do
so.
it. Yes,
Yeah.
it's funnier.
But you know what? You know what I've noticed about this season? They've actually used the censoring bleep a lot more than they have in previous seasons.
Mhm.
But one thing that I've always wanted as a Lower Deck fan, when I get Lower Decks on digital or physical media, if I ever did, I would love it if they didn't bleep them out, and they had like a
Mhm.
separate version of the episode with anybody who says a curse word in that specific episode actually
I love
say it.
how if
I
you
mean, one scene maybe as an extra, but
Yeah.
it's not worth it to do the whole thing.
I
don't
do
know,
love
mean-
it's like the opposite
It's
where you have
funnier.
like censored
Ah.
versions of other things.
Right, it's funnier, right?
Yeah. I
Mhm.
well, I once I watched like an episode of Taskmaster Bleeped once because I was curious, and it was edited way weirder than I thought it would be. Because they instead of just
Oh, okay.
bleeping out things, they sometimes try to take out the word completely, and I was like, I don't know if it's just because I know the flow of that sentence. Like
Yeah.
someone said you just couldn't shut the fuck up, and they had edited it so the guy just said you just couldn't shut up, but like to
Oh.
me it sounded weird.
That
because the
sounds
flow
weird.
of the
The
sentence.
cadence.
The cadence was
Yeah.
completely wrong, and it was
Yeah.
a comedian named Frankie Boyle who has a pretty particular cadence, and I was like, oh, that just sounded weird.
No, I know where you're coming from because in one of my podcasts when I initially started it, I had this like critic going, we're not going to curse on the show, and then I got really really frustrated because I wanted to curse so much, and then I started listening to the early episodes with that had like the censors in them. I'm like, doesn't sound natural.
Hmm.
So the unedited versions of the show sound better
Yeah.
because it just
Yeah.
I
like
think,
you said, it just flows better.
but I'd rather them just bleep and be like, you know what was said here, but
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Although I do love like The Good Place is one of my favorite shows, and the way they dealt with curses is very funny. The like fork this, like
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I remember that.
Or Fantastic Mr. Fox, where everything is just cuss.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What the cuss?
Are you cussing
I
at me?
thought
Don't
that
cuss
was
at me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
was
love that
hilarious.
movie. I love that movie so
um.
much.
I just
I
looked over. I
also
forgot
love that
about
they
this.
tricked them into eating shit though.
Oh God, that was so
They
funny.
had to. They had to show
Yeah.
how little they tasted.
Hmm.
So
And I
Hmm.
wonder now. I forgot about this scene here, but I thought about. I was watching it. Um, I feel like this is a Picard reference when they come onto the ship and they're like, "Do you not even vacuum the carpeting?"
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's
I'm
a
like,
Yeah.
it's got to be. That
Uh,
had to be a
I
reference to
some
that.
it
kids
is.
worked in offices though. No, they're right. Fuck fluorescent lighting.
It's not fluorescent. It's specially Starfleet
Yeah.
attuned.
Yes. And
Exactly.
and also when Captain Freeman's like, I'm leaving him with you because I'm about to say something that's not very diplomatic. Or before I say
I
something that's
also
not very
the
diplomatic.
first time
Yeah,
we've
she just
really heard
what's with the
Migleemo
collar.
use very like therapeutic language.
It
It's
is,
to
yeah.
these people. Like usually he would just talk be food metaphors, and he uses very therapeutic like here's what I learned in school language.
At the
Hmm.
end, those two
Yeah.
people, they're like, those aren't food words.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. When he's
Um.
I
that's
didn't
from
catch that till
Yeah.
later. Oh, there's also I didn't catch this till my fourth rewatch. When they serve the fish, the hogfish
Mm-hmm.
galantine,
Mm-hmm.
Rutherford and Tendi are wearing little red bow ties with little. They're just wearing their uniforms, so they just have the circle of the bow tie around their neck, but little red
Oh
bow
right.
ties because they're like waiters. It's
Oh
so
wow, that's
adorable.
so cool. I didn't notice that. I gotta watch the episode again.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that. That's really cute.
I
Sorry, my
decided to
mom
add.
is
Yeah.
calling me, and I'm trying to tell her I can't talk right now.
What the bleep, mom?
Well,
Yeah.
what the
Busy.
bleep,
What the
Mom?
bleep?
I think my mom might be my birthday is coming up, and I think my mom
Oh.
is shopping
Yeah.
for like the dinner she's cooking. So
Wait a minute.
Oh.
So hold up. You have like a get together with your friends at a restaurant, and then your mom is still kind of making you a dinner on the same day.
I'm not on the same day.
Okay.
So I'm eating my birthday is tomorrow for everyone, and then
Yeah.
my family dinner is
Oh.
Saturday. Because
Oh,
my
okay.
parents have been acting as the nanny for my brother and sister-in-law. My mom was like, I can't be a nanny, like helping with the baby all day and then cook. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that is fair. And that's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
having some dinner with some friends first.
Okay.
Nice.
Because my
That makes
family.
sense.
Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
My
there was a text like, "What soda do you want?" And I was like, "Sprite works."
Sprite's always good.
Yeah,
Not Dr. Pepper.
I do
Oh.
love Dr Pepper. Because we were just talking about. I, however, am not. I don't usually drink caffeine late at night.
That's
Sprite
good.
does not have caffeine.
That's a wise choice.
The one night I was very sleepy. The one night that we were
Oh
looking
yeah.
for Dr.
Well,
Pepper.
yeah, because it's exhausting.
Yeah. Well, and also it had like the really bad drinks. It was like trying to.
Yeah, that too.
Did y'all know? I'm looking. Did you notice their utensils look like little beaks when they're picking up their
Yeah.
food?
Yes, I love their little like weird tweezer beak things. Like
Yes.
I love that they like didn't even they just judged the entire dish on like a blueberry on top.
I
as
know
far as
one
could
of the
tell.
that was kind of weird.
And then they give him hell for it being replicated.
What I knew that would
Blasphemy.
happen.
Oh
True.
God, same. And I was like,
Yeah.
as someone who's, I mean, cooking's great. As someone who's lazy by nature, I want replicated food so badly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
There are
as a disabled
days.
person, yeah, as a disabled person, I can't tell you how much simpler my life would be if I had a replicator. Like
Yeah.
you have no idea.
Yeah.
hmm There are days when I wish I had a replicator, especially after long days of work. I was like, when I walk in, be like, computer, tea, Earl Grey, hot, or something like that.
I
Or just make me a pizza. I'm like,
That too. Well, that's like, a different genre, but like, hello, what about the pizza from Back to the Future? It's that big.
there
They
you
stick
go.
it in the
Did they? Yeah,
dehydrator,
right.
and
yeah.
That's it. 30 seconds.
I'll be so great if
Go
that
on.
stuff didn't have to take up room. Yeah.
Yeah.
I trying to think. Don't make me hungry. Like
That's okay. Well, I apologize for talking about food.
We didn't really talk about in the Klingon bar, which of course we find out is called the Warrior's Pit, and it is a chain of bars, which I just think is hilarious. But we don't get really the name, but Mary Chieffo's character says, yeah, she was just there to meet the thrash
lute
lute
player?
player.
yeah.
It was thrash lute. It was, and I assume is Klingon acid punk band, but they don't really say
That's what it
I
looks like.
assume it must
the
be.
genre, but
Mhm.
it seems like it. If
Well, it
not, a
looks
very
like-
similar.
I had no idea that was Mary Chieffo until you guys brought it up during this
Same.
conversation. I'm like,
I like.
that,
I
If you listen, you can tell.
It
I-
was like
I
one
didn't
of those,
think of
like,
it. I think
said,
Aaron did,
I
but-
like was listening. I was like, the voice sounds familiar, but I. The second time I was watching it, I was like watching it while I was getting ready, so like that's when I caught it, and I didn't have like the wherewithal to like I'm gonna Google that real quick.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean, going back to what we were talking about before, it's just really odd to me that in the ending credits of every episode they don't have the name of the characters and who and I mean they don't have the name of the actors or the actresses and they don't have who they played like TNG. I don't understand that.
They
You know,
have-
TNG only did that in the beginning credits. At the end credits, I don't
Right.
think they said who they played, did
Yeah.
they?
Oh,
Maybe I'm wrong about that. Because there's a difference
forgot.
between the two. In the beginning, it would say blah 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 as
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause
And
I
then
always thought it was
and-
funny that they gave full name and title in like TNG, and then these like versus I always thought it looked very LeVar Burton as Lieutenant Commander Geordie LaForge was just like
Right.
the longest title, longest name.
Yep.
And then if you watch Deep Space Nine, it's like Alexander Siddig as Dr. Bashir. They don't even give
Oh,
him
okay.
Julian. Like
No, okay.
Yeah.
Doug,
They
okay.
truthfully.
They don't need
Mhm.
yeah.
that.
Yeah, but
like
if
how
you
we
watch
get-
something like
Yeah.
The Bad Batch, you get a list of D. Bradley Baker and then the 18 characters he played
Yeah.
in a little
Oh, wow.
paragraph.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
probably why they don't, is that people are doing many voices and they're
Yeah,
like, this
Correct.
is confusing.
Yeah.
Well,
That
in
is
the,
true.
yeah, in the Star Wars ones, they leave off people who are secret. Like they don't ever mention the Mark Hamill characters because he's always doing them, but they're all just secret.
No one's allowed
Oh.
to know except the people who will probably definitely figure out that it's Mark Hamill.
Well,
Yep.
some of them you can't because, man, my God, that man can change his
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah, he does. He does so many good voices.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some that are obvious, but
Yeah.
and
So
some of them are
I've been-
filtered. I mean, if it's a droid, there's audio
yeah.
stuff going on too.
They're gonna filter that one. Did you? I didn't know. It's the first time I've ever seen them do paint sticks at different levels.
That was so
I-
cool.
That
I
was
don't.
fun.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Even when
Yeah.
Worf went through it.
I don't think so. To be fair, the paint
These are
sticks
much more expensive, better paint sticks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Worf could
30,000
only have-
Also-
yeah.
To be fair, the paint sticks in TNG were also like his
Holodeck
friends
ones.
trying to help them.
And they were
Oh,
holodeck
that's
ones
true.
too, right?
You're
Yeah.
right. They were holodeck ones. I forgot.
They were
Also-
made in the holodeck, and also these were people looking it up to try and help Worf do a thing. So the hearts like the efforts, where the heart's in the like effort, but they probably got it a little wrong.
Wasn't he?
Or maybe they didn't want poor baby Wesley to see the really bad ones.
Yeah,
Well,
wasn't
true.
wasn't Worf going through like puberty or something, and that's why they were
It
were
was
they
like-
trying to?
It was the 10-year anniversary of his like Klingon bar mitzvah. I don't know what it was
Right,
actually
right,
called.
right. Klingon bar mitzvah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like when you were 13 and you became a man. It is Klingon bar mitzvah.
Right, right, right.
I'm Jewish.
Right.
I'm gonna call it that because what else
Right,
would you
yeah.
call
yeah,
it?
yeah, right. No, but I also really appreciated that Mariner actually figured out if they pile on top of one another, they can
Yeah.
disperse the
Was it
power of the
Meredith?
paint sticks.
No, it was
Yeah,
It was
it was
Boimler, right?
Boimler. It was
Yeah.
Damn it,
Boimler.
it was Boimler. I suck, guys. I can't remember shit. I'm useless.
Yeah, it was
Sorry.
Boimler. Uh-huh.
Oh, I suck. All right.
It did make me laugh, the like clinging to your brother like an infant, because I was like hanging out with my nephew literally the other day, and he was a little fussy and being
Was
like,
he?
"Oh,
Is he clinging?
yeah."
Is
Well,
he
he's
clean?
he's a 3-month-old. I think they're all clingy.
Okay, is he clinging?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, at 3 months, if they're not clingy, I feel like that's what you should look into.
Right,
Like,
right.
Mhm.
I feel like any 3-month-old that's not clingy, doctor like, why isn't he hugging more? He should just be like, hug.
He should be a testy at the hip.
Yeah. Not me.
And
Usually,
and she's
I-
right.
He's probably, I'm picking him up, and he's like, "You're not mom or dad. Why?"
Why?
Mhm.
The other day I was there, and I don't know why he was laughing at literally everything I said. I was like literally just talking to my mom about work, and he was laughing. And
It
then
happens.
the next day, I went to my brother's house, and my brother was holding the baby. I was dropping something off for my brother, and I was trying to tell my brother the story. I start talking, the baby immediately breaks out crying. And I'm
Oh,
like,
How dare
oh my God. Have.
I'm like, why?
What is it?
You just are laughing at my voice.
Yesterday.
I bet
now
Worf
you're-
was really sad later. He couldn't rent out a Warrior's Pit to have his little
Yeah.
Klingon bar mitzvah in. He had to do it on the holodeck. But
On the holodeck.
On the holodeck. This
Wow.
12-year-old was there, which made it a little weird.
Yeah.
only that he was human. Klingon 12-year-olds, it would
Yeah.
have been okay.
Hmm.
But this was
So
like,
who was
so,
it?
so like every 10 years do they just redo that ritual? That's
I don't remember.
I think he just missed it. I don't. Yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
while.
No,
since
but
I,
no,
I
but
don't
like
remember.
did on in the TNG episode, was this his first time doing the ritual ever?
Yes.
I
Oh,
thi-
okay,
think-
that's
It,
fine.
looked,
yes.
it seemed like it.
Yeah.
I
think
don't
it
know
was
if you
too.
do it more than once, but
I don't either.
God, what episode? Because it's the B story of an episode. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember what
Where-
episode it is.
yeah. Where's Fathery when you need him? I know he's in the chat.
The
I
thing
know
is,
he's in the chat somewhere.
I know I recently
Jill
watched-
says first time.
I know I recently watched this episode, but
Okay.
I can't connect it to what the A story was in my head.
yeah, it doesn't have
Okay.
much to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched the episode of TNG called The Royale, which is a really fun episode. Everybody hates that episode, but I love it.
I love it.
don't. The
You love
Royale,
that
That's a
episode?
good episode.
the Royale is unironically one of my favorite episodes of TNG.
Awesome!
I think it's so
Oh my God.
fun.
It's fun.
Oh my
That's
God.
a good episode.
Oh
Guest
my
stars
God.
are.
Fathery knows this about me.
Yeah.
Like, talk about
Thank
how
you,
he
guys.
loves
You're my
it, and
people.
they were
Oh.
like,
Yeah, that's a good episode.
And I believe I was tagged and called Tex-Trek local the Royale Defender.
Oh, the Royale
Like,
Defender.
Get like why it's not a big heavy space episode, but I think
Yeah.
I think it's so creative.
Yeah, I
Like
love
it is
it.
the episode like if I'm in a bad mood and I want to watch TNG like as a comfort episode, the Royale is my first choice unless I like watched it in the last 2 days. And I'm like maybe I should watch something else.
Yeah, actually, you know what
Oh,
is
I
a
think-
is a good comfort episode for me. It's called the the first time they do Dixon Hill. The episode what's the name of the episode?
The Big Goodbye?
Yes, The Big Goodbye.
Yes, The
That
Big
is
The
Goodbye.
Icarus Factor, which I believe Jill is correct about, is the episode
Pain
with the
stick
thing
one.
on.
the pain stick.
It's a family episode. It's when Riker's dad is there, and I
Yeah.
now can
Okay.
connect them because
Oh.
I was I was recently. I think I fell asleep watching the Royale, and then I woke up when the Icarus Factor was playing.
Okay.
Aha.
Because I do love the Royale, but it is because I've seen it so many times. It is, and I like
Yes.
falling asleep to things I know. It is.
Yeah.
If genuinely having a lot of trouble. Yeah.
So I
It's
like
his
The Big Goodbye, and also the Royale, and I also like Data's Day a lot.
I do too.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Going through.
It's I looked it up. It is he's the 10th anniversary of his Age of Ascension.
Yeah.
That's why
There
he
you
does.
go.
So
That's
that's
it.
okay. So that's where I got the every 10 years because it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now,
my age
who
of
was?
ascension-
Yeah, exactly. So who was expecting him to kind of betray, to betray him and try and kill him in this episode. I mean, to be the coward and stab him in the back.
Oh.
Oh, that's part
Typical
for the
Klingon.
course for
That's-
political Klingons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was totally. I didn't expect the Chancellor to die.
I was
I did-
expecting that.
I did love Mariner being like, I did not mean to get that dude killed, but I'm
You
fine with it.
really stab Ma. Like
Yeah.
when I came out the front, I'm
Yeah.
like, I didn't think he was gonna die, but I'm like, whoa, this is more than I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. Well, and I like how they're tying in. So obviously, we're obviously going to have more about that
The time.
the rift, the spatial rift or whatever, because now this is another one we found it. So just waiting for when everybody pops out of the rift again,
Right.
and we get
I'm
all
telling
the
you, yeah. I'm telling you guys, it's all gonna end at Starbase 80. I'm telling you, guys. It's all gonna end there.
Oh God, what if the season ends with them at, like them all at Starbase 80, and then that's how the
That's it.
It's a cliffhanger. They're at Starbase 80.
That better not be. They better not do that.
The Enterprise F comes on. Picard says, "Mr. Worf." No, Riker says, "Mr. Worf, fire," and he fires at Starbase 80. Because Picard is there too for some reason.
Would you imagine that? Oh my God, we will all die.
Picard was sent in specially to get the Perithian bats out because they couldn't handle it themselves. So they need an admiral.
I mean, I am under the impression they didn't realize this was the last season when they wrote.
No,
So-
I heard that
No, but-
they had enough
No, but-
time. It's the end.
To
was
wrap it
planned.
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
No,
that's
but-
good.
No, but didn't you tell me, Rachel, a couple weeks ago that they were told? I think it was you that told
Yeah,
me
they did know enough.
that? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
They
Where
did
I
wrap
heard
up
it-
season 4 enough too that it would have been okay. They would. I mean, the
Okay.
big threads were
I
fixed.
would
They're
say
still dangling
where I
threads.
had
but-
heard is like not something super official. So if something more official has come out, that's probably that they did and end up having enough time.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I heard that from when they were pressing and New
Yeah.
York Comic Con or something.
Right.
I can't remember if Mike McMahon talked about that. He was on the was on the Clone Star pod like a week or so ago, like maybe last week, for a short little interview, and they were talking with him about that. Show was
That's
talking to him
good.
about that.
I've watched
The
about
whole-
4 interviews. So I can't remember yet. I didn't see that one yet. but I
Yeah.
gotta watch
I
that
know
one.
that's it's they and I'm glad they do the rounds a lot of places. And then I definitely like just missed the one where he gave the information I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch
I-
them all.
Yeah. No, but
Yeah.
it,
Oh, I know.
it's hard to keep up with with all these interviews that these showrunners give because I for the longest time have been trying to hear the guys who actually are the official showrunners of a Star Trek show that I'm not even that crazy about, Star Trek Prodigy, but I had to belong to a special group to hear those guys talk for an hour, which was amazing. by the way. Like, yeah. And I'm talking about the Hageman brothers from
Yeah.
Star Trek. Of course, I'm up
These
front.
guys. I'm sorry, this
Yeah.
is sitting here, so I.
These guys, those guys. Thank
Yeah.
you. Why am I explaining myself to a bunch of Star Trek nerds? I don't know why I'm doing that.
No, the Hagman.
Habit. Out of habit. You're not
Sorry,
used to
guys.
it.
Yeah.
They're great.
I'm not
I
used
think
to it.
I think Aaron Watke does more that responsibility as far as like he's
Oh,
also
yeah.
an executive producer.
Right. Yeah. No, but to me, honestly, as a creative individual, it's very odd that an executive producer from the show is more vocal than the actual showrunners. That's not usual to me. And look, I'm not complaining that the Hageman
Well, I
brothers do that, but it's just like odd to me.
I think at this point I'm under the impression that Aaron Watke is also a showrunner.
Okay.
At this
Yeah, so
point.
yeah. Right.
He just
right.
wasn't, one of the 2 creators. But
Yeah.
Right.
and he's
Right.
just so much more into doing
He's
that
so-
than
yeah,
the
oh, yeah,
Hageman.
that's
No
right.
offense, the Hagemans are great, but
Yeah.
Aaron is just
Aaron just wants to sit around.
gets
and talk
up
about
and can
Star
do
Trek,
that, yeah.
which is great.
Yeah. He's more like he's more personable. I think. Like,
I would say they were really personable at Vegas.
Yeah.
the Hagman brothers.
I didn't get to talk
so-
to him that in 23 very much because they were swamped.
Yeah.
But
really?
I did talk to who was there this year? Is Kevin, right? Forgive me if I'm wrong.
I wasn't
But-
there, so I'm not sure.
I know I'm
Yeah, I wasn't
talking
there.
to the ether
Yeah.
I wasn't there
This
either.
is for posterity, people. We need
Yeah.
to. Somebody knows. But yeah, I talked to him a bunch, and he remembered me somehow, and I don't think I talked to him.
Oh, cool. Look at
But
that.
I was
Oh, that's
next to him
cool.
a lot because
Yeah.
I'd end up talking to Aaron because they were swamped in 23.
I mean, they remember me from the internet at 23, which I still insane.
Wow, that's
That's
cool.
because you do the sweet Murph vids.
Yeah,
I see Murph in the background right there.
I do. They both Hagman brothers and Aaron Watke and other people signed that Murph.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Awesome.
And I tried to give him a beer, so I'm.
Yeah.
You try to give Murph a bear.
It was a great picture.
It was
I
a
gave him
great picture.
a
We
blue
were
moon.
at dinner, and Joel just took a picture
Joel?
and was like, "Can
Well,
I
no.
post this?"
Rachel got up to go to the bathroom and
Yeah.
just leave, and she left
Yeah.
Murph on it was the booth.
Yeah.
So I just put the beer right in front of Murph and took a picture.
Ha!
and went to
Oh, I
Twitter.
didn't even know you did it on purpose. I thought you
Oh, I
just
did it on
left their
purpose.
beer.
You
I
did
my
it on
beer.
purpose?
put their beer down there. I think I
Oh
went
my
to the
gosh.
restroom and I figured there's a bunch of people here. I don't have to bring this cardboard cutout into this very like heavy.
Oh no,
moisture room.
yeah,
Yeah. So
definitely don't want to do that.
also,
That's so funny.
it was also a very funny bathroom because I ran into like a bachelorette party.
Oh,
And
gosh.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
They were actually really nice, but I told like two of the women, I was like, "Oh, you look really nice," and the woman who turned out to be the bride popped out of the stall and went, "That's my sister-in-law and future mother-in-law, and aren't they the prettiest and the best?" She was like, "Oh wait, you're here for the Star Trek thing." I was like, "Yeah, I am," and then she was like, "This thing, right?" And then
Oh my
I saw her like we had
yes.
let her into the like music thing, and she was partying with everyone, and I'm like, "I love her." Like,
Oh
this
my
is
god.
great.
Oh gosh.
Like.
That's so cool. This thing,
Those
right?
stories you see about women when they're drunk in bathrooms are true.
The
They are
drunken tap.
great.
That's bad.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh gosh.
That's so good.
I just
Oh
very
my
much love
God.
that she was just like, yeah, this is. I mean, it doesn't necessarily surprise me. There's also there are Chippendale performers at that same hotel, so it does not
Yeah.
Okay.
surprise me. There are also bachelorette parties there.
Chippendale, but like what? Like, refresh my memory. What the hell is Chippendales again?
Male strippers, basically.
Oh, okay. I think
They're not naked, but
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. As far as it's funny, it's because people kept asking me where I got
Ah.
Murph, and they were all when I was like, I made him.
Oh,
I
you made
Did
him.
you? I thought you bought him.
No, I made that.
oh yeah,
I
What?
printed
Oh my
that-
god.
I
there's nowhere to
printed
buy it.
I printed it out at a like Walgreens,
Yeah. Well, okay.
and then I straight up lied to those people. I'm sorry, because they're like, oh, they were like, this thing's adorable. What's from? I was like, oh, it's from the Star Trek kitchen. I was like, what are you doing it? And I lied and said it was for a kid's birthday party because I didn't really want to. It was pretty late at night, and I didn't really want
Yeah.
to explain conventions.
I can't believe you made that.
And then my friend did help me. Because I was trying to cut it out, but it was like the curves were really hard. And my friend who does a lot of crafts brought her X-Acto knife over.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I tried to print him out on cardstock, but it still wasn't thick enough. So I got like cardboard and like glued him. And then to make him shinier, I put like a Mod Podge over it.
Yeah.
Oh
The thing is,
wow.
actually, you should be impressed because I'm not that crafty. Actually,
That's so
So,
cool.
like the fact that exists is like,
I have like I didn't
She
I didn't
did it
think
for
that this is
Murph.
possible.
yeah.
I didn't think that this is possible, but I just have a
Yeah.
lot more respect for you now.
And then the back.
Yeah.
This is the problem. He's getting a little worse for wear. So I don't
Okay.
know.
You should make another one.
Maybe I would love if. I thought
What?
about taking him to SpaceCon to try and get Kate Mulgrew's autograph, and then I remembered how expensive that would be, and didn't do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been
But-
too bad.
It wouldn't be terrible.
I
But
think it
then
would have
he's-
been like $80 or something.
I
That's
will
not bad.
say only one of there's only one of the autographs on there that I had to pay for because all the people in that photo I had asked.
Yeah.
Like, the Hagman brothers didn't have a booth. It's like, oh, would you sign this? And they got everyone around them to sign it, and so the only person who signed it that I paid for was Bob Picardo.
Oh wow.
So, but also this part's really falling apart. I put a handle made out of duct tape on the back so I could put him on my arm, and that's coming off.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And that I stole from my friend when she made a Captain America shield when we were younger.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotta love Captain America, dude.
Vintage.
Gotta love Cap.
Yeah, it's just a straight, like, okay, maybe I should make a tutorial how to make Murph. Like,
Oh,
I wasn't
yeah.
surprised people were, like, happy there was a Murph there. I was surprised how many people were asking me where to buy the thing I made from Walgreens.
You know what? You know what? Somebody like with a design idea should go to Build-A-Bear. Instead of making a regular bear, they should make a Murph.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah, we need a
you-
plushie too. I mean,
yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
They have to make a weird skin suit for him, though, for you to stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Like-
it would be a.
So-
You could make the walkie version of Murph at Build-A-Bear. But
There are Star Trek Build-A-Bears. I've still never.
I've seen pictures online. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have you have the
I-
you have the Geordie Build-A-Bear, right? That
It's-
Bowman has, right?
That wasn't a
Yeah, It
Build-A-Bear.
wasn't
That was
Build-A-Bear. It was a con exclusive that they had
Chicago.
extras and they sold online, and I bought it there.
yeah.
I
This
did
is the
recently found
Chicago.
out because I kind of didn't understand the purpose of buying a Build-A-Bear online. Apparently, you can ask for it stuffed, or you can ask for them to just send you the weird skin suit, so you can bring it into a Build-A-Bear and be like, "Can I fill this out?"
Ah,
Which I was like,
Oh,
that's,
wow.
that's more fun because that's like part of the point of Build-A-Bear is building
Yeah.
the bear.
Yeah, but I'm lazy. I'll just have them get the
Speaking of, you know why you need to build a bear though is of course
Why?
if you the human edict of unreturned favors is violated, you'll need that bear to
To
fight.
send them to the bear. I love
Oh
that.
yeah.
I love how they just talked about it. Like anytime I say a weird human thing, say we get fed to a bear.
Yeah, obviously they'd set it up,
Yeah.
and Boyman
He's
was
like,
like,
"Yeah,
"Oh
you fed to a
yeah,
bear."
get fed to a bear."
And I also love he's like, yeah, you should start training to fight the bear. Like he has truly accepted it's a thing, and that they will need to fight a bear.
And bears are badass enough that Klingons might know about them. It's
Yeah.
possible.
true.
Humans, they never fight their bears.
See, I like to call him I like to call him Geordie LeBear.
Geordie Bear.
Geordie Bear.
Well, Geordie
Where
Bear,
did
I
they
think, was
come
the
up with that
official
idea?
name.
Yeah,
It's from Lower Decks,
it's from Lower Decks. He's
first season, I think.
No, yeah. I'm just trying. It just dawned on me about how is that. So when Mariner said they were going to fight bears as a human thing, where?
Oh.
Did she
I
just
guess
make
he
that
just
up?
decided a human animal.
They decided beforehand.
who
Boimler
he
probably
must
picked the
have,
animal.
because
Yeah, I was just
Boimler
curious.
was like, yeah, fed to bears.
Hmm.
And I love that, like, Klingon rituals are so insane. They're like, actually, yes. Oh, that's so sweet that Sohil sent you a Geordie Bear.
Oh,
I'm
look
gonna
at that.
shout out
Nice.
Sohil. Sohil sent me wicked playing cards, which I posted about online. But Sohil's the best.
He's
is.
awesome.
Oh,
He's the whole
man.
reason why I became a Star
I
Trek
have his
pundit
shirt.
online.
I keep forgetting to get his ad. I have his shirt from STLV, the carpet shirt.
Betty.
I bought from
Mhm.
Liz.
Nice.
Okay.
I've got
send it
that.
to
I've got that shirt too. I bought that shirt from her. Grizzly bear versus Klingon, betting on the bear. Yeah, me too.
I probably because I feel like there's a chance a Klingon would be like, like Earth animal. I can beat it. Holy shit! Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Oh man, I just pulled up the. I'm sorry, totally off topic. Pulled up the creation website, and we're losing a few more guests for Trek Dallas next week.
Well, it
oh
always
no,
happens.
Who did they lose?
Yeah, Sonequa Martin Green, Gates McFadden, and Max Grodenchik.
Oh
Well,
wow.
it's too bad. But
I am
Yeah.
because I convinced my friend to go with me with the fact you might meet Doug Jones. So I was like, please don't say Doug Jones canceled.
Don't
Doug
say-
Jones is a trooper.
don't
He's
say
at
Doug
home.
Jones.
Yeah.
I know, and that was what's irritating was I told myself because I didn't get to get Gates McFadden's autograph at SpaceCon, and so I was like, "Oh, she'll be at Trek Dallas."
I'll be there too. I haven't figured out.
She's healthy. You'll get it. You'll get it soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So when are you going up?
I think I'm going up Friday night and just going Saturday and then driving back. I unfortunately, I have theater tickets on Sunday.
Oh,
Like
what do
late
you
In
mean?
at
Austin,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, in Austin. I have
Yeah.
my parents and I did a thing where we got like the like Broadway tour. It's they call it Austin like Broadway in Austin, but you know it's the tours. And ours are like always on. The cheapest was like Sunday.
Yeah,
we
makes
like-
sense.
Yeah.
So we did those. I'm seeing
That's
Shucked.
cool.
So which is a
Okay.
musical. It's closed before I could see it. And then yes,
Okay.
Taylor and Feathery will also be in Dallas on Saturday.
Hmm. I'll be on. I'm going up Thursday, so I'll be. Yeah. I have a longer drive than you though. Got about an 8-hour drive to get
Yeah. The Dallas trip, I just convinced my friend to go with me because one, I think she'd love it. My friend, which some of you will meet there, she is mostly knows Star Trek from. I used to be Rachel's roommate, and so
She absorbed half of it.
she absorbed. But she is genuinely
Osmosis.
one of Doug Jones's biggest fan.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I- So
I would totally.
so she's the
respect
friend who
you.
helped me with Murph and also helped me with some of the crafting for like the ball gown thing I wore to STLV last year, and so I surprised her with Doug Jones's autograph.
she
and
the
she was
person-
so happy.
Yes, you got. I was gonna say. It's
Yeah,
like
she's the
I was
person I
there
got.
watching you get the autograph for her.
Although he was like, "What's your name?" I was like, "I'm Rachel. Don't put that name on the autograph because I'm getting it for a friend."
I like
So I think
if
she
I
would
yeah.
know quite a bit about Star, like actually because she was my college roommate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The rooms
Like-
aren't
Yeah.
that big, so.
If
would
I
say
yeah.
it was college apartment in college later where we had our
Still,
own
I
separate
bet it
bedrooms.
wasn't that big.
It wasn't that. It was a
Yeah, no.
bedroom. It was a 4-bedroom apartment where we each like had to share a bathroom with another girl,
Mhm.
and we often had roommates that were insane. So we would just be like hide in each other's rooms from them.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So
God.
typical college, yeah.
One of my
Yeah.
roommates
Yeah.
may or may not have stolen a dog. So
Oh wow. Okay. That's
Wow.
no, there was an extra dog, and she was like, "I found it." We're like, "Where?"
What? Why would you? How could you just find a dog?
I don't
Dog.
know.
I mean, it's
That
possible, but
My
Yeah,
brother.
it's very possible.
We have a dog that we found. My brother's dog, Bayou. We
Yeah,
put up
Bayou, right?
signs for Bayou to make sure,
Mhm.
and we
I
scanned her
found
for
a cat
Jet.
before.
This dog they just brought home and shaved, and then we did look.
Oh,
If
so
you
you
make
couldn't
sure there's-
tell him to
Yeah.
disguise him. We shaved.
Yeah,
didn't-
I don't.
Well, he
This
wasn't
roommate was
shit.
crazy in other ways, and
Oh.
occasionally, even though I haven't talked to her in years, will still like pop up in social media. So I'm like, go away.
Yay! Crazy roommate, go away.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
I
no,
won't,
but
I won't name her because it was a weird,
No,
unique
you don't
name.
need to do that.
Yeah.
no, that's all right. No.
But I do kind of
Um,
want to tell you guys later because you will not guess.
Roommate X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roommate X. No, but if I ever meet Doug Jones, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'll ask him about everything except Star Trek. Because
Yeah.
I love that man from a little thing that he did in the 90s where he played this dead guy floating and killing a bunch of people. Oh, so good.
You'll have to narrow that down.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
mean Buffy. But
Yeah,
I
Buffy.
think you mean Buffy, but really,
Buffy.
it could
Are,
be another.
genuine question. Are the gentlemen dead? I thought they were just like
No, but actually the gentlemen are dead and they're creepy.
yeah.
But yeah, they're dead. Yeah,
I would
they're
say
dead.
I only remember screaming the first time I watched Buffy, getting surprised and screaming twice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one of them was the gentleman.
Uh-huh,
One
yeah,
of
yeah.
them was like when the gentleman appear, and it probably Doug Jones's face. The
Mm-hmm.
other was that fucking puppet from season 1.
Yeah, the puppet, the fucking,
My gosh.
yeah, no, but the other,
it was
the other, yeah.
it was a ventriloquist dummy that moved by itself.
Yep. Yeah, you're like,
He
what
turned
the?
out to be okay, but like no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you've never
yeah,
seen
like,
Magic then, huh?
Yeah, for the,
No.
you know,
I
for,
mean,
you know, for the
I'm-
episode of the puppet show.
I am a
Terrifying.
scaredy cat. We've got over this. The fact that
Yeah.
I've seen every episode of Buffy and Angel, be proud.
Yes, be proud.
Like
You were
like-
scared of those?
Yeah, like
No, not-
what-
Not
like
scared,
I
but-
twice
They're creepy.
I'm fairly jumpy is one of the big things
Okay.
with horror. And so I've jumped more at them than actually
Gotcha.
scared, but I was startled. Like
yeah.
I'm the person if someone walked into this room right now, I would jump. Like I don't I have a story where I used to work at doing social media stuff at a restaurant, and I was working in the back
Uh-huh.
office. The owner's wife just walked into the room, and I was like, ah!
Oh, wow.
And she's like, what did I do? And I'm like, literally nothing.
You just walked
know-
in.
Yeah.
You appeared in my field of vision.
Yeah. Well, I think she also appeared on this side, which is the less good vision. So
Okay.
Scary side.
But also, you say that you're a scaredy cat for everything. I've been walking around with like a hyper immune system my entire life, so I get scared for absolutely everything, and I like horror. So going to a horror movie for me in the movie theater is like putting myself through Klingon pain sticks because
Yeah.
it's the most uncomfortable because it's not me. I don't get scared when I'm watching. It's just my goddamn nervous system going off.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful.
I
Um,
also I tend to have pretty vivid dreams, so I can't watch horror movies late at night.
right.
This is not horror, but yeah, no, same. People need to tell me when they're coming over. Like,
Right.
um, this is not horror, but this will. I when the first couple episodes of Handmaid's Tale came out, it was like 3 at a time, and I watched them. I
Oh,
was gonna do like a review for a website I used to write for, and
uh-huh.
then let's say I had a nightmare about the Handmaid's Tale. Do with that as you
Oh,
will. Like,
wow.
Well, sure.
yeah. To
It's a
which I was
different
like,
kind. It's
okay,
not jump scare.
don't watch The
Mhm.
Handmaid's Tale right before you go to bed. So like, I will often dream about what I watched before I went to bed. So horror, no, because
Yeah.
nightmare.
Yeah, well, you want to know something really
Star
funny? The
Trek,
first,
great, fun.
yeah, yeah, the first time that I watched the feature film Who Framed Roger Rabbit
Hmm.
from
Uh-huh.
Zemeckis, there's this one part where the villain in that movie gets introduced, and I that is like a horrific memory that I have as a
Oh,
kid.
he's
Him
terrifying. Yeah.
like he scares the ever loving fucking crap out of me.
Oh, he is. I think we're all agree, but is it Doctor Doom or something like that? No.
Yeah, yeah, but he's played
The-
by Christopher Lloyd. He's
His
played by
I would
it's
say the
Christopher
Christ-
Lloyd.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's
Hi,
yeah,
Joanne.
but that image. Anytime I think about that image, or if I've only
There's
seen that movie a
Judge
couple times
Doom.
in my
Judge Doom.
Yeah,
thank
Okay,
you.
so
Judge
Doom
Doom.
was
Judge
right. And then
Yeah,
when I
Judge
said
Doom.
Doctor, and I was like, no, that's Marvel.
Yeah, Judge Doom.
But yeah, when
That
he's
guy.
melting that shoe.
Yeah, melting, and yeah, he's melting. And
dip.
he turns
I
around. The high voice. Hi! Oh my God!
Yeah.
there's a scene. I don't know if anyone's here has watched Return to Oz. Return
It's
to
been a
Oz.
long time, but yes,
It's
I
a
have
watched
good
it
movie.
before.
It's actually like a great movie. It's a movie I appreciate a lot more as an adult than when it was because it's like it's a sequel to The Wizard of Oz, and you put it on, it's really creepy, and you're like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not
there's
really a
a
good sequel.
It's like
per se.
it's a fun telling of an Oz story. It's weird that it tried to market itself as the sequel to the 1939 film,
Correct.
Have you
which
have
it
you
definitely
seen?
does because they paid for the right for the ruby red slippers. But there's a scene where there's a character who can switch out heads, and in the Return to Oz, she's actually a combination of a couple characters from the Oz books.
Mhm.
But there's a scene where she's kidnapped Dorothy, and she's trying to get out, and all of the heads wake up at one time and start screaming.
Oh
And
my
then
God!
the body with no head starts getting up and starts going towards Dorothy.
Oh my God!
Oh my God. So creepy.
That's so awful.
I don't remember that. It's been so long
It's,
since I've seen it.
it's ingrained.
Was this like a TV movie or something?
I think it
No.
had a theatrical release.
It did.
But
Oh,
It's not a huge movie. It wasn't
no,
huge.
No.
it's a movie I know because I love Oz. Like,
right.
and like I didn't like it as a kid, and when I watched it as an adult, I'm like, oh, this is a good movie. But it's just like
Mhm.
I was too like this is not for me as a kid because like too much of a scaredy cat. Like
What
if
did you
you have
think-
like a kid that like likes more horror stuff, I would totally suggest it.
What did you think of the Oz like a TV show that came out a couple years ago called Tin Man? Did you watch
I love that you think Tin Man came out a couple years ago.
that? Not a couple years ago, but come on, you know
Oh,
me.
the
I have
funny thing
my
is-
memory sucks.
It wasn't
Okay.
in the 80s, so it's a couple of years
So
ago.
what I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say Emerald City, which did not come out a couple years ago, but it's nowhere than Tin Man's great. Tin Man's really
Okay.
fun.
Tin Man's great,
Emerald
but
City
my
is-
memory sucks. That's why I say a couple years ago.
yeah. Emerald City is a fascinating show. It was never gonna last more than one season, but
Emerald
it does,
City. I'm really interested in that.
the wizard played by Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh
Um,
wow!
I will say Emerald City also had it was like weird. Emerald City is like a dark, gritty retelling of the Wizard of Oz,
Oh wow!
and some parts of it are dark. Like,
Ooh.
there is a scene
Dark.
that I genuinely don't want to describe because I legitimately think it will trigger some people. But my friend and I it was so awful, traumatic, that like we forgot that like there was a magic rule in this world that would make this moot what was happening because it was so awful watching what we were watching.
Oh wow.
That
Wow.
we both just started like, oh my god, like over and over again, and it was just it involved children.
Oh
And
my god!
them,
I have to check this out right now.
like,
Oh, Marcelo hopes they die.
yeah, no, I do.
Oh
I
my
do not hope
gosh.
they die.
You weren't
Yeah.
here for our Prodigy discussions,
Okay, Chris.
Yeah.
So
Chris,
No.
Chris. Okay, first, before
He-
these two wonderful people throw me under the bus, I am a good
I already
guy.
did.
It was too late.
things are getting there before me, Joel. Yeah, he kept saying he wanted characters to die on Prodigy.
This
and I'm
isn't
like,
dark
what's
enough.
wrong
There's not
with
enough
you?
drama. One of them should die. And you know who volunteered? Just like in this episode, Boimler stood up and volunteered.
Boimler
You
volunteered,
can kill
I'll
me.
die.
I love
No.
Klingon stuff. You can kill
Yeah.
me. Oh, Mariner's just like, shut up.
Shut up.
God, I
guess
love
he
that.
Probably, I was like, Tana's not in this episode. She can't bring you back. I was gonna say Tana didn't come with you, and then I remember she wasn't in the episode at all.
He's
so
already seen the Black Mountain, so
Yeah.
he knows
you
to turn
already
away.
You already had the weird Twin Peaks experience.
That's right.
Also, it's really cool that we got a lot. That we got like a little bit of backstory on Migleemo's people in this episode.
Yes.
I really love Tahana, and it'll be really cool if we got like an episode, like a B story episode focused on her.
Yeah, I would
That'll
love
be
to see
really
more
cool.
Kingdom
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Just-
Mainly most people
just
are the
because-
Klawakans.
Yeah, I was.
Oh,
'cause I was
her
trying to think
people
of the
are
other.
Kawaki?
No, Migleemos.
Oh,
Migleemos.
Migleemo's. Okay.
I was trying
His
to think
people
of
are
the other
Klawaki.
people's backstory. I was like, Shaq doesn't really make sense because it's like you want backstory and Bajorans go watch Deep Space Nine.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't need
you're
that.
right. There wasn't any T'Lyn in this.
No, there was not.
No.
I mean, I don't like. I would love to see more T'Lyn. I don't know where this episode.
It was a busy episode.
Was really busy. I
Yeah.
don't know where you would. I guess you would have had her with with Tendi
Mariner.
And Rutherford.
but like there was
Yeah.
already so much going on in that. Like I don't know where. Like I wouldn't. I don't want you to cut any of Migleemo because that's like honestly the best.
Yeah.
Migleemo
Yeah,
stuff
it was a
gotten.
very busy episode. So
Hmm.
And
Well, and I was watching something a podcast or one night, and there's some discussion if Migleemo was based off of John Billingsley's audition for Enterprise.
The bird noise.
The bird,
Oh.
bird noise. Yeah, and then with the way he puffs up when he's when they're doing the Noblings
I
or
don't know.
trying to. So I was someone was talking about that. I think it was oh gosh, Stephanie K on NX7062.
Because
And,
I know that
There's just yeah.
and I know Migleemo, or at least he's voiced by Paul F. Tompkins because Paul F. Tompkins was like, I want to be on this show, and they're like, wait, really? We have a role. Come on, like,
Yeah.
which is correct. If I've like if Paul F.
Yeah,
Tompkins is like,
the
I wanna be on
Giamatti
the
way
thing,
too. I mean, same thing.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, yeah, come here.
Said
Here's a
Yeah.
role we wrote just for you.
because I have a theory. Okay, this could be wrong. There's the next season of Taskmaster. They haven't said announced the cast, but they did get. They said like, oh, there's gonna be a comedian who lives in America, which I've never done before. And it's like it's someone who's like said they were a fan of the show, and I'm convinced it's Paul F. Tompkins.
Oh, I could see him doing that.
So I'm just like, I feel like every time I see him in something now, I'm like, are you on Taskmaster? Tell me. Like, and he's done the Taskmaster podcast. Like, he's definitely a fan of Taskmaster.
And he just goes, NDA.
Yeah, something like that.
And yeah, I can't say nothing.
Yeah,
Like, to
exactly
me-
the casting we witnessed
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah. To me, it's unbelievable that Paul Giamatti is going to be on Star Trek.
yeah.
Furthermore, like Holly Hunter, like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
are you kidding? Are you kidding? I'm so excited.
That's
Sorry.
not those aren't small actors, or
No.
Yeah, no, yeah,
no, that's legit.
That's like HBO level casting.
That's
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
both at least Oscar nominated, right?
yeah,
Not
correct.
Oscar
They're
nominated.
I can't remember, but yeah, they're nominated for sure.
Sure,
They're-
nominated.
Yeah. Now I'm
Yeah.
Googling. I'm pretty sure.
Google it. I think Holly
I feel
Hunter
like-
has one.
I feel like Holly Hunter might be Oscar.
I think she has one for, isn't it Raising Arizona? No,
She
isn't it?
won an Academy Award for the piano.
Oh, okay, so
Yes.
Oscar winner.
Yeah,
Ding, ding, ding.
and then Paul.
I mean, the better actors are the ones who just get nominated all the time.
He should have.
reality.
He's definitely nominated because he was he has nominations for 2 Academy Awards.
For the holdovers, yeah.
One's for the
he-
holdovers, I know.
Holdovers,
but
and then the other. And what was the other one?
He's a big enough actor. For Cinderella Man.
No, he was great in Cinderella
Yeah.
Man. He was great in that.
And Paul Giamatti is one of those actors. Like he does have really
Oh, wow.
good things where he's the lead in.
Yeah,
But he's often like your supporting actor that's gonna make the movie.
he was.
Wow.
Yeah,
he was
he's got
re-
that character actor kind of.
Yeah, yeah, he was really good in a Clive Owen action comedy called Shoot 'Em Up,
Yeah.
where he had this obsession with a
Well,
carrot.
I'm gonna point this out because he did win an Emmy for John Adams, so I'm gonna point out what
Yes.
he did win.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Holly
John
Hunter's
Adams?
won an Academy Award, BAFTA, Golden Globe, 2 Primetime Emmys. Wow.
John
Wow.
Adams.
Yeah.
John Adams is great.
It's,
It's been a
yeah,
long time
no,
since I
yeah,
watched it. But
yeah,
it's
that's
great.
me and my family have a tradition, and on the 4th of July we watch John Adams, followed by Independence Day, followed by Jaws. We're a bunch of weirdos.
Well, you tie the holiday together with those. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, we do. We tie
Me-
them together.
Did you
But
throw?
you never clear the beach. Never.
Nope.
And Marcelo loves it.
Yes, I
Mhm.
never
It's like,
clear the
don't
beach.
clear the beach. Don't.
Oh, I
Don't clear the
did love this. At Universal had a 4th of July like parade, and they had like actors like portraying the mayor and
Oh, cool.
a character from Jaws. I can't remember his name of. And
What?
then
Quinn?
someone- Yes, I think it was Quinn.
Quinn,
And then someone
yeah,
is
Quinn.
being like, "Are the beaches going to be open?" And the mayor's like, "Of course." And the guy's like, "No, don't go to the
No,
beach. They were
don't.
great." Like,
Don't clear the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm that.
Yeah.
You know,
you're the one trying to get them to go to the beach.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh huh. So
I
you
am-
said you watched those all? Yeah, really.
Hey,
Also,
kids,
You watched
you
those
have
during
your
the
chum?
holidays? You said.
Also,
Yes.
how do you watch all of that on one day?
You start
No,
early, I
actually,
guess.
no. I start early. I start like massively early, like
Well, because John
Jo-
Adams is a miniseries.
Yeah, I know, but we start John Adams like a day before. So
Okay.
we like
Okay.
Okay.
You lead up to
we
it.
start. Yeah. So we start John Adams the day before, and we usually finish John Adams like in the middle of the day, right on the 4th of July,
Uh huh.
and then we go to Jaws, which is my favorite. So that's where I have the
Mhm.
most fun.
Yeah.
And then we go to Independence Day to wrap it up, because Independence Day is
Nice.
just a classic.
So good. It's still
Yeah.
a
You gotta have-
classic. Yeah.
And Brent Spiner's in it too.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
he
It's
is.
like every couple of years I'll end up watching it on 4th of July. And I'm like, yeah, let's watch Independence Day.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
I haven't
That's
watched it for a
usually-
long time, but
And that's why you
Usually
have to
my
watch.
Usually my dad's cooking like barbecue, like good Texas barbecue, and I'm like, I'm more
Mhm.
concerned about eating that than watching anything.
Yeah.
And also,
but you have
and
to
also,
wait too. So you
And also, Rachel, this is kind of off topic, but for some reason, my grandfather has been obsessed with watching Jag. So he asked me the other day. No, I'm
Really?
serious. I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
He asked me the other day. He's like, "You want to watch Jag again?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'll watch Jag." You know? And we're sitting and we're making our way through season 1 of Jag.
Lower infiltrated.
It's like I don't know.
I mean, so my dad like was a lawyer in the military. My dad
I
was
know.
a JAG.
Yeah, I know.
And then so my dad did have to it is not common for general JAGs to have to carry, let's say,
Weapons.
weapons. I don't know. But when
Really?
JAG first
Okay.
started airing, well, not usually they're lawyers and they're going to do a contract negotiation.
I
Yeah.
heard tales though from people who tell me about doctors they knew in the military, and they had to
I
carry a
mean-
weapon into surgery. Which is
I believe it.
Not like on. My dad was not carrying weapons, except in this one where.
Well, no,
we
there's
lived-
times. There's always going to
Yeah.
be a time. But, I mean, like, on a
when
regular day.
we lived in Greece, when I cannot remember the name of this gang, but they were very prevalent at the time and very much against the American soldiers being there. It was a date based off something, and I can't. But my dad, at one point, when we were watching, so Jag, apparently, he was like, I'm the only Jag who has to carry a gun. But they, apparently, they also, and then it also, my dad was working, if someone's like, there are no military bases in Greece, my dad was working at the embassy. They at first didn't give him a lockbox.
Oh yeah, you told me this story.
And my mom,
Your mom flipped out.
I was 3, like,
Oh wow.
so my mom was like, absolutely not. You have to get a gun box. Like, but then my dad was.
But
like,
I can see they hadn't planned on giving him a gun, so they didn't have the stuff ready.
Oh no, they did plan. They just
Oh,
gave,
they always did?
but
Okay.
it didn't give a way to secure it. Like,
Oh, okay.
but then
Just
it was
cuddle it all
also-
night against you, and then
It was also like he was driven to work in like an armored car, and it would like vary. His routes and like times would vary.
yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, they
Full
can't really
on
know where he's going.
Total
Yeah.
opsec. Yeah.
And then they the drivers used to smoke in the car. And my dad was like, "Can you not, please?" Like, he was
Because
like,
it's
and
Yeah.
then
Europe.
they put it out, but then told my dad, "Cancer's an American disease."
Oh my gosh.
Cancer's an American.
Yeah, Europeans don't care.
But this is another. So that gang had like a good policy. They would hurt the soldiers, but they wouldn't hurt their families.
That's so.
Well, that's nice.
Which
I-
is,
That's
there was
so
a
ni-
story
I
where,
odd.
like, someone got lazy and was doing the same run every day,
no.
and then he was like running and looked out. Someone at a motorcycle came up, brought his gun out,
Oh wow.
and then his
Oh, wow.
daughter ran out. I was like, "Daddy, Daddy," and the person like left, and that family was out of there the next day.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Oh, okay.
but I guess so.
Yeah.
I was fine. Like,
Yeah. Oh.
like.
Well, I'm glad that
That's
you were
because you
fine.
weren't a handsy baby grabbing the gun.
Yeah. I will
You
say
kept
they
your hands to
eventually,
yourself. To move.
because of my mom's demand, they did give a lockbox for the.
That's
Yeah,
good.
but
That's
that,
good.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
that
but
should have
that's-
been common sense. Also,
Yeah,
Yes.
it should be
Even-
common sense.
even with no children in the house, that's how
Shouldn't.
a
Yeah,
firearm
'cause
should
I
be
mean-
kept.
You weren't.
Yeah, but-
on, base, right? So
No, we,
Yeah,
because
but-
there was no base, because you were.
there
yeah.
was no base. But also, like,
So-
even in base housing, if there's kids
Ye-
running around,
Yeah,
a base
you
house
don't
is
want
still like a
lockbox.
house with a child.
Yeah.
Like,
Little Johnny can field strip the handgun, and no.
Yeah, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised that your dad didn't ask for a lockbox when he got the gun.
I don't like. This is also a story that's related to me, so I don't know what the exact like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it maybe
I
it
love
maybe
that
worked better
one.
for him to be like, well, my wife is saying we've got to have it.
Yeah, it's more
Lockbox,
political
right.
for.
It's more political.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also, I think
I
my dad was
apologize.
like,
Yeah.
I have a like, and my brothers also. My brothers weren't that old. Like, I have 2 older brothers, but like, there's a toddler. I don't know what that is. Like,
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, guys, for taking us down this
this.
weird.
Let me tell you about weird stuff about living in Greece.
Sorry about that.
Um,
Sorry about that.
the majority of my stories from Greece are stuff other people
So
told me
wait, this
because my
wasn't
first
an
memory is
episode of
from-
Jag. This really
Yeah,
happened. Oh
this
my
really
goodness!
Oh, my God!
Oh,
You
my
blew my mind.
Of course, there's a very
Yeah, yeah.
dramatic. Not good things happen in the Jag episode. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the real life version.
I actually have
Yeah.
not watched
What?
a ton of Jag because I think every time my family would
I've
watch
never
it, we'd
seen
be
a
like,
whole episode.
We're like,
I-
that's not what
we wanted
happened.
to.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I knew about
actually,
it.
Yeah.
I actually love Jag, and I actually started watching Jag because I was I'm such a big fan of NCIS, the original NCIS.
Oh yeah, and it's
oh,
it's,
yeah,
and-
it's a spin-off.
it's a
yeah.
spin-off of
Yeah.
Jag. Yeah,
yeah, spin off
Yeah,
of Jag.
it
so,
is.
And then
So-
Jag's a spin-off of something else, right?
I'm not.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Not sure.
Jag. I didn't know.
Is
but-
it St. Elsewhere?
Probably.
No.
Yeah, I think it's St.
No.
Elsewhere. No, the
don't think
snow globe
so.
at the end brought it all together. So
Oh my God.
Really? Jag was off of Saint Elsewhere?
no, I'm making that up. But
He's
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Well, because there's
It's
all
pretty
those
good.
people who guest starred in St. Elsewhere from other TV shows.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
technically,
yeah.
the St. Elsewhere's universe is much bigger than the actual show.
He jokes a lot. Yeah, Joel
Yeah.
jokes
And there's
a
that
lot.
thing at the end where it was all that kid's head, and so like there's all these shows that are
Mhm.
technically in that kid's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
I
yeah,
doubt
I
Jag
don't,
is, but
I don't know if Jag is
Nah.
is a spinoff of something else. I know that.
I don't think
know
it
that-
is. NCIS is.
NCIS
Yeah.
definitely is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
it's not a Law and Order one. I know that.
No. No. Hey, and you got Scott
The
Bakula.
Navy is represented by.
Yep.
The NCIS, what, New Orleans? That's where
Yeah.
the captain
Yep.
went to.
That's where he went. Actually,
Mhm.
NCIS New Orleans is pretty great, but NCIS New Orleans had a pretty solid mini run
Oh.
compared to all the other NCISs because the other NCISs like run forever, and this
Yeah.
one only ran for like 7 seasons.
Yeah. I don't know.
Only.
Yeah. Only.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Huh.
the original's still going.
Mhm.
Hawaii just got canceled. Boo! I love that
Well,
one.
it'd been on for a while though, right?
Yeah, like 3 seasons.
Only 3. Okay,
and
I thought it
then
was a little more. Okay.
yeah,
well,
and then oh my god, and then NCIS Origins just started up where you get the origin story of
yeah. Professor X
of
gathers
Jethro
them all
Gibbs.
together to start
Jethro.
NCIS.
Jethro. Exciting. Yeah, I'm just a big NCIS nut. Sorry guys.
I always, every time I like will randomly catch NCIS, I'll just be like, "How long has this show been on? This character looks so different for the last time."
Yeah.
My dad would
No,
watch
no,
it. I only saw
no.
it when my dad was watching it.
No,
like, as an adult.
NCIS started in 2001 or 2002. NCIS was a response to
9/11.
CSI.
CSI, yeah.
Oh,
No, not 9/11. Jesus. Joel.
we've launched NCIS as a response to the
Yeah,
terrorist attacks in
oh
New York
my
City.
God.
Oh my God, you
Wow.
madman!
I would say
It's been on since 2003.
Thanks, Chris.
That's still
Wow.
I was off by a year.
the original Law and
22
Order
years.
did 20. Gunsmoke
Yeah.
did 20. I mean, they
I have a
restarted Law and
question.
Order. but-
Why? My favorite thing is the Law and Order spinoff. They're trying to pretend is just original Law and Order.
Which one?
Yeah, they
The
just
one
call it
that's
Law and
calling
Order.
Law and Order.
Okay,
They were
okay,
like,
yeah.
this is season
yeah.
21 now, and I went, why is this one just Law and Order? And the like,
Mhm.
They ran out
yeah,
of
but
words for the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. The
I
reason
think
that
like
it's the
one actor came back for a season and then was like, bye.
Mhm.
yeah.
They're
Well,
tired
you
of people
got
getting
Grace.
SVU and the word SUV confused, so they
SUV.
no more.
SUV.
I mean, SUV is still going.
SUV.
I
SVU.
mean,
No,
I say,
but-
I say this.
SVU.
I watch
SVU.
every episode of Bones. I cannot talk shit.
I love Bones.
I watched half
I
of
love Bones
SVU,
so much.
Yeah.
I love.
I think I
love Bones
saw
so
all
much.
of the original Law and Order, but
Wow.
Wow.
Well, Grey's Anatomy is still going on. It's season 21 right now.
Yeah,
it was like
I-
Star Trek.
yeah.
It was on every day at 6 when I got home. I could just watch.
I
Law
love
and Order.
Grays.
More than a couple years ago, maybe even like 8 years ago, I was watching TV with my brother, and an ad for Grey's Anatomy came on, and he went, "Is there a Grey's Anatomy spinoff?" And I mean, there is, but I
There
was
was.
like, "No." And to be fair, I think this was before whatever that second spinoff was. I think-
Station 19.
yeah, between
If
the
Yeah,
the
no.
last one was Station 19.
yeah.
No,
And then
but actually,
I said to him, I was like, I have to inform you that Grey's Anatomy is still on the air, and he was like, No, wait, what?
That's so
He's like-
weird. I remember when
and
it
it
came
never
out.
stopped.
Yeah.
yeah, I never
And
saw-
so
And
every
the other
couple of
one-
years when I'm talking to my brother, I just want to tell you, by the way, Grey's Anatomy is
Yeah,
still on.
it's still on.
I don't really watch
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy, but I do like to remind my brother that it's still
Yeah,
on.
the
I
other
watched the first
spinoff
2 seasons, and then it's a soap opera. I was like,
Yeah.
this is-
Yeah.
was Private Practice was the first one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It was private practice, and then it was
Private
Station
Practice
19.
had a normal TV show run, stopped.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
went several more seasons, and then an entire another spinoff, which is a normal TV show run.
Mm-hmm.
Where, I mean, okay, so Grey's Anatomy is a show I know a lot of by osmosis, where a lot of people around me watched it, and then I would watch clips to know what my friends were talking about. How much was that one dude who was the lead of the spinoff and also married to a main character of Grey's Anatomy?
Patrick
who was-
Dempsey.
No, not
What?
that character. I don't.
No, not that guy.
It's Bailey.
Oh wait, which?
Husband.
Oh,
I know what you mean. I don't
Oh.
know the name. I don't, but I know
Oh,
what you mean.
But I
oh,
was like, so he was constantly having to be on Grey's Anatomy also. But that spinoff ended, and they're like, what are you doing now? And they're like, yeah, he's a main character in Grey's Anatomy again.
did they bring him back? I haven't watched it this year, so
Yeah, because I read that they brought him back because they're like, well, he's still Bailey's husband. Like,
you're talking about what's his
Ben?
name?
Is his name Ben?
No,
Ben. The
Yeah.
character's name is Ben.
His name is Ben. Yeah, he's
He's
Bailey's husband.
anesthesiologist.
Yeah,
I have heard where like David Boreanaz is like maybe, and I'm like, and I don't know because David Boreanaz
listen.
on TV is insane.
listen. I'm a massive fan of Bones, but I'm angry at Bones for one thing. Do you know what that is, Rachel?
Is
If
it
you
sweets?
get this, no, it's not Sweets. I'm pissed about Sweets, but
Yeah.
the reason that I'm angry at Bones is Angel got canceled prematurely because of Bones.
I
Oh,
don't
really?
think so. 'Cause
That's the
I think
rumor. Did you hear that?
It might be a rumor, but he probably had a contract though.
he would have had a contract.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't think Angel was
Angel
canceled
wasn't
prematurely.
doing well.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think that had more to do with
it.
Angel wasn't doing well.
There's
Now,
like
I'm sure
because like
he's a great actor. He had stuff lined up. I'm
Yeah.
sure of that,
like-
but
because I like remember watching something about Bones and they talked about him like maybe turning it down the first time, and I feel like if that was the case, that wouldn't have.
Right. But actually, the Sweets things and Bones, it really pissed me off.
Sweets is my
Like-
favorite character.
Oh my god, that terrified me. That made me so
Yeah,
angry.
And then they had an entire episode dedicated to the fact that he didn't make it to 30.
Oh
which
my
is
God.
Oh,
depressing.
wow.
So dumb.
But it's like a TV show I loved when I was a teenager, and I'm now older than my favorite character ever got to be because he died at
Oh.
29,
Yeah, he did. Also,
which is depressing.
yeah. Also, the character turn that they did with Dr. Addy,
Yeah.
like that. I didn't see that coming. That scared the crap
Yeah.
out of me after that one episode. And they did that. They ended the episode, and then they did the quick cut of him coming out of like a
Oh,
box or something. Not a box.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
This-
Sorry.
see,
Yeah.
I liked.
The scariest
Watching-
thing to me on the Bones was the Gravedigger.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Great Digger was pretty rad.
I can't celebrate tomorrow surviving even more than Sweets ever got to.
That's right.
Yep.
What a weird way to celebrate birthdays.
Yeah.
once you're older than 27, you lived past all those rock stars. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. And
Ugh.
yeah, and
Yeah, well-
when you're in the middle of a number, you start thinking like, "Oh my God, I'm almost 40. What have I done with my life? Nothing." Okay, good. Let's move on.
Yeah. Officially,
Nothing.
Rachel
What's
made a
all-
Murph. It's more than me. I guess I did.
Yeah.
I gave Murph
Yeah,
a
that's
beer.
true.
I did give
So
Murph
we
a beer. I feel
31
good about it.
Yeah. Well, it's also because people always think I'm younger than I am, so every time I say my age, people are like, "What?"
What? No.
Yeah.
You can't you can't be that. You look
Yeah.
like a teenager. You can't be that old. It's
I-
not fair.
She could be a teenager in a movie in high school.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yes,
do
I
love
agree.
when
I say
got
you
to
can.
The age where I was like watching TV at some point or watching a movie, and I was like, "Is it weird that I'm attracted to this man?" No, he's my age. He is my age of playing a 16-year-old. That's why
Yeah, it's okay.
They all are.
They all.
Totally okay.
Murph famous. I don't know what to do with that.
That's right.
I,
We can't compete with that now. We can't do it.
We're Murphins.
Almost big.
You also, yeah. I mean, you were also famous for having a little, fake Runa. I mean,
I did.
so
Oh, really?
Yes, I got 2 pictures with Christina Chong because she was like, I thought of a different pose when
Oh wow.
she pretended to kiss the little puppy.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
I was that ball gown. It was so fun, but I got stopped more in the ball gown than I did.
I
with
believe
Murph.
it.
And then at one point I had to be like, I cannot take a picture. Please let me feed this. I also because it took so much room when I sat. I would just sit in the back of that the panel room and just be like,
Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna eat back here.
Yeah. Away from everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was also no, because the skirt is glittery. The glitter
Oh my
like
gosh.
sheds. Like,
Oh wow.
Everywhere.
and there was at one point I was trying on because I bought like an underskirt for it.
Jill.
I mean, when people are like, "He's an adult, you're fine."
They're over 25. They're not adult.
Yeah. You but that
Especially
I was like,
in media, they're just not like
Yeah.
it's not like you're really there.
and I think like I also sometimes it's weird when you rewatch stuff and you're like, I still feel something, but like it's weird because I'm not this age anymore. Like I've watched Bones,
Yeah.
and like I'm sure I will rewatch Bones in years coming, and like at some point and still be attracted to sweets, and then be like, this is weird because I'm now hopefully will be significantly older than Lance Sweets ever got to be.
Yes.
No, I mean, I was watching Smallville the other day, and I was like, I'm still attracted to these characters, and I'm watching these and some of these characters who I was attracted to are like much older than me. I'm like, should I feel strange about this? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna feel strange about this.
That's
they're
a
fine.
different one too, because sometimes you're like, she's pretty. Oh no, she started a sex cult, or she was head of a sex cult.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah, but
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Tom Welling with this, at some point
Yeah.
during the pandemic, I rewatched the Cheaper by the Dozen movies because, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and then I was like, is it weird that I'm still attracted to Tom Welling at this age? And I looked up and Tom Welling, like, I was finally the age Tom Welling was when he was playing a teenager.
He was
Yeah.
he was much older than.
Oh yeah, he was a lot older.
I think
Yeah.
it was like apparently he was 26 at the Cheaper by
Yep.
the Dozen in the
26.
first Cheaper by the Dozen movie.
Wow. Jeez. No, but for I mean, my favorite character in Smallville is Kristen Crooks. I mean, love Lana Lang. Always. Oh, so good.
Oh my god.
I think it was like.
Did you
too
see
young when I
pictures?
first
They just
watched
had that
TNG.
Smallville con.
Oh yeah.
I saw the
It's like-
pictures on Twitter. The cast
I
looks
feel
great.
Bad that the Smallville creators they came up with a character so popular she got added to some comic books, and that was the one that actress went like insane. So they're like, well, we're not using that. Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like if you watch Talkville, which is if you listen to Talkville or watch Talkville,
Mhm.
which is a Smallville rewatch podcast that Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling have, they keep talking about that they have this animated continuation for Smallville, and apparently Alfred Goff and Miles Miller, who are the showrunners for Smallville, are interested in doing it, but they still need to get Warner Bros. Approval to do it.
yeah,
Which-
I mean, Warner Brothers is in a weird place. Like,
Yeah, and also, Miles Miller and Alfred Goff are kind of busy right now because they just wrote Beetlejuice, and they have Wednesday with Tim Burton over at Netflix.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're gonna work that out. But listen, as a giant Smallville guy, I would love for them to like
That's like a
continue the
weird
story.
pun. Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah, Smallville guy. Oh my god, I just realized that. Oh, why did I say that? It's so weird.
Oh, episode 12.
Because it's fun.
It's so stupid. I would love for the show to come back in an animated form. That would be so cool.
I don't know.
Also-
After 11 seasons, that's
I also
This is a
feel like
lot.
they would have held off on killing Jonathan Kent if they had realized how long they were going to go.
oh yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
no one thinks
Yeah.
you're gonna go 11 seasons. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Oh yeah.
True.
Also, yeah.
If I
Yeah.
if I was John Schneider, I would be like,
Mhm.
what the fuck? Like,
What the fuck, man?
I
Well,
think he was
he-
fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
I need that
he-
money,
He's
dude.
he had a big career.
And he made some cameos throughout the series,
Yeah.
even I think
Yeah.
After.
Didn't,
Yeah,
he, like,
so-
didn't he go bankrupt at one point?
I think so
He-
actually.
he
Yeah,
did
but
actually.
Is that really the fault of not having?
No, but now
I
Yeah.
don't
you
know it's their fault, but the,
No, but-
the paycheck
True.
Yeah,
probably would have helped.
Now,
It would
now,
have, but-
now he actually has his own independent production company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. And I totally forgot what I was going to say. Shit. Ah, yes.
Oh man.
The main reason why I love Smallville is because I've always looked at Smallville as an Elseworlds Superman story, and it
Mhm.
always pissed me the fuck off that Lois Lane ended up with Clark Kent, and it wasn't Lana Lang. I'm like, you guys built the show that was tailor made to be an Elseworld story, and you just did what every other stupid, what every other Superman story. I will control myself now. I won't get angry. What every other what every other Superman story does, which has Clark end up with Lois Lane.
Lois
With
Lane.
that, that being
But
said,
this-
one more thing. That being said, I do love Clark and Lois from fuck, what is that show? My brain is rotting from the inside out.
Superman
can't
and
think of-
Lois.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Superman and Lois. But I wanted to say Lois and Clark, the New Adventures
Yeah.
of Superman from the
That's-
'90s.
Yeah.
the other
The
one.
funny thing is, like, Superman and Lois, I feel like has the most awkward name because there are two previous Superman shows that have names that would fit it better.
Yeah.
Lois and
Yeah.
Clark in Smallville.
Lois and Clark, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the show, I think maybe the last season, which I haven't watched yet, does not take, but the majority of the show takes place in Smallville.
Mhm.
And I feel like if there wasn't already a show called Smallville,
True.
they're
You
running
should
out
just
of.
have NCIS Metropolis and get it over with.
That's right. Yes, Metropolis.
That's right.
I love that show. I'll buy
A lot
that.
of reporters have to look at that stuff. So.
But I love Superman and Lois because I genuinely love them as like, yeah, they're like he's like a family guy.
Yeah, it's
Well, they
family,
are.
Family Man.
I haven't
Family
watched
Man.
all that new episode, that new series. I haven't watched all of it yet, but I liked what they were doing for start of it.
Yeah, by
I
the
just-
way, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm
I
By
just
the way,
googled how old I
I'm
am.
often like I enjoy Batman movies, but I like really like the Bat family, and the movies are never interested in doing that.
Yeah, what's your
Mhm.
They
favorite Batman
tease it,
movie?
but that's it. It's like at the
Yeah.
end. Oh, look, the Rob. No,
Maybe
they
a
don't.
Robin. Never mind.
What's your favorite
Yeah.
Batman movie, Rachel?
Oh God. Maybe like the Tim Burton, like the original,
Oh my God, which one? Which one? First one or second one?
the first one.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, the thing is, like
confident.
none of the Batman movies have done. Like if it was, and then, like with the honorable mention of the Lego Batman movie, that actually is the only one that
That's
tries
good.
to do Robin.
Oh my
I'm
god.
Batman.
But it feels like it is like probably one I rewatch more, but it's like it's a very different type of thing.
hmm
I actually, my favorite Batman movie of all time is actually Batman Returns, which is like the super Tim Burton-y Batman. Is the second one
hmm
with Catwoman and the Penguin. And
Oh yeah, that was a good one though.
yeah, Christopher Walken.
That was a
Come
good
for
one.
Star Trek talk and get Superman talk
Yeah.
and Batman talk.
Yeah. I mean, I googled Tom Welling. I'm 1 year older than him.
Well, look, age is just a number, my friend.
Oh, I know. Oh, you're right.
Age is just
You
a
are
number.
correct.
All that matters is how you feel in here.
hmm
There you go. Michael
Now-
Keaton.
But yeah,
I did like.
I'm
I'm sorry, I did like the
Batman
Batman.
TV shows because
Yeah.
of they actually try to do the Bat family.
Yeah,
The
I
Batman
wasn't
was
a.
good.
I was gonna say I wasn't a big fan of the Flash movie, but I did like the fact they brought Michael Keaton back. That version of Batman.
was
back.
cool.
And he was,
Still
and
never
he was
actually-
so good.
I've still never actually watched that Flash movie because at
Yeah, I
the
haven't
point
either.
it came out, I was like, I
Yeah,
feel
I
really
only
weird about this lead actor's crime wave. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
I only watched that movie once and I never want to watch it again. Because of the lead actor in it. And that's somebody look, and that's coming from somebody who loves the Zack Snyder cut. So it's very difficult for me to watch that movie. And I still watch it because I love Zack Snyder. But not because of that other guy.
Yeah. Well, I wish they would have just given let Grant Gustin move
Yeah.
from the Flash TV to the movie.
it
Oh,
was
I would-
also-
That
that
would've
would have.
That would
That
have
would've
been
been
very
awesome.
took so long to make the Flash movie that they announced
Yes.
Ezra Miller as the
It
Flash
did.
2 days after like the Flash started airing, which is kind of
Yeah.
rude.
Yeah,
And then the
because
Flash TV show lasted a long time, ended before the Flash movie came out.
yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I do remember tweeting, I can't believe they canceled The Flash before we got The Flash.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I watched more videos
Um,
about all this weirdness. I never watched the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it,
Same.
an entire Berlanti universe on the CW ended before
Mhm.
the Flash movie came out. So I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
All these shows like
Supergirl.
Yeah.
Supergirl,
because
The Flash.
Arrow.
the CW doesn't really have scripted content anymore, as far as I can tell.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
It's all unscripted garbage now, which is really
I
unfortunate.
suggest anyone look up Jared Padalecki's interview about about Walker Texas Ranger getting canceled, which has the line "Fuck it, they can't fire me again."
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I read that interview. Fuck it, they can't find me.
But he was like bashing on the fact that there's like not scripted content on there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the day that the CW stopped doing scripted content was like the day of my death knell as my career, because I grew up watching the WB, which later became the CW, and then all this other shit. So all the type of TV that I write is like tailor made for the CW and the WB. But now I have no place to go with my content. Where the fuck am I going to sell my shit? Like
A streaming service.
a streaming service.
Yeah.
That's logical.
And then hope it lasts more than 2 seasons. Look, thank
yeah,
you, Netflix.
that's
Yeah.
right. Thank
True.
you, Netflix. Oh, but yeah.
Or the art is destroyed for tax breaks.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Or I did have this idea in my head that eventually, when I get my production company rolling, hopefully in like a year or so, I could look at independent TV production, but that costs a lot of money. So maybe I can do that like in 10 years, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind
Streaming
of
would cancel before release. So true.
Yeah.
yeah, actually, but you're right. I mean, with the type of with the type of
I was
TV that I like to see, I'll get canceled before I even get a chance to.
earlier today, it was not TV, but movies. Earlier today, I was watching a live stream by the comedian Mark Watson. He's a British comedian, and he also writes books. But someone asked him, was like, oh, how's a new book coming? And it's like, oh, it's good. And he says something about it. And so it's like, oh, something about the movie rights to it. And he's like, here's what will happen. It will come out. Someone will buy the movie rights. Maybe they'll write a script. They'll do nothing with the movie rights. It will go back to me. And by that time, the moment has passed and there will be no movie.
Yep.
That's so true.
Good
That's
paycheck
so
for him,
true.
but
Good paycheck.
That,
Correct.
For years, that's what happened with like every John Green book.
Yeah.
Until the Fallen Earth Stars movie came out, and everyone was like,
yes.
"Oh shit,
now
we've
they
got a
want
right
one.
to shit, we've got the rights to one of them." I'm still mad. Hulu did an amazing TV show for Looking for Alaska, which no longer exists on the platform.
Looking for Alaska. I've heard you talk about that before.
Yeah,
but
it's a really
I-
good. It's
heard
a
of that
coming
one.
of age book
Oh, I would like that.
/ it's like, and it was made into a mini series, and the mini series is really well done. And it will make 2 really good choices of like, it made it a mini series, and like it really fleshes out all the background characters.
Mhm.
And then it also the book was written in 2006, and to make the plot, they're like, we're just gonna set it in 2006. I might have the year a little off, because there's like some stuff that happens in the movie, like there's like something with like a payphone that's like happening at some point, and we're like, well, you can't set it any later than
Yeah.
that, because like the
Yeah.
fact that like his parents are trying to get a hold of him, he's at a boarding school, like on
Right.
his phone, like that doesn't work if it's not set. And I think like, so it was like the I cannot remember this producer's name right now, but he made like the OC and with Gossip Girl. And they did, like, a lot of music from that era, and it's really good.
Christopher is Savage.
I
God
could
damn
not. Ironically, I've been in a room with this man. He was at a panel. I wasn't. Like,
Yeah. He's
Josh Schwartz, maybe?
Yes.
yeah.
It was Josh
It's
Schwartz.
Josh Schwartz,
Thank you.
not Christopher Savage. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. Although he was someone I saw at a panel and then looked at him, I was like, why is he, like, for a producer, why is he so attractive? Why is not actor? Like,
Why is he not an actor?
He's a failed actor.
I don't know.
Maybe.
He's a failed actor.
Well,
I
Thank you.
well, there's probably as a producer, you get to, and if you get you actually get more money.
true.
Thank you.
You get more money as a producer.
I mean, it's fair. I've also never heard Josh Schwartz act. Maybe he's not a good actor.
That's possible too.
So there's a TV festival called the ATX Television Festival that happens in Austin. I've gone a couple times.
I love that festival. Sorry.
And they one year they did a reading. They usually end the festival with like a reading of like a pilot script of like all the actors that are there, of like old pilot. So this year they had an OC panel, but it was mostly the creatives, and they had a bunch of people from that had been at the panel, like other actors, just read the parts. Except they were surprised Tate Donovan was there, and that was like not known. And so they're surprised, and Tate Donovan read his part.
Wow.
And then I do remember, instead of "Welcome to the OC," I went, "Welcome to Austin, bitch."
Welcome to Austin, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
My favorite moment of that festival happened like a couple years ago. This was like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, when they invited the entire writers' room of like Dawson's Creek to talk. Like they did a whole panel, and I lost my goddamn mind because they had everybody there. I mean, oh my God, Julie Plec was there. The guy who created Veronica Mars was there. Oh, so cool. Sorry, guys, nerd out about the writers.
The first year I went is when they did a giant Gilmore Girls thing.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then, well, actually, when they first announced it, it was like 3 people, and then it got so popular, they were like, it ended up being almost the entire cast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And then the next year, they did like 2 big, one was West Wing reunion.
Oh, wow.
One was a Ugly
That's
Betty
cool.
one. Both shows I really enjoy. Very different shows.
Yeah.
My grandfather watched
But that
Ugly
festival is why I've been in a room with Sabrina Carpenter. She was 12,
Oh, wow.
and she was promoting Girl Meets World.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
I was like, I've watched some of this show. This is fun. But now it's just like, I was in the room with like one of the biggest pop stars in the world, and that wasn't that big of a room.
Wow.
She owes it all to you.
Yeah.
She owes it all to Rachel.
To me, sure.
You just gave off the right vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. All my fame is because of this lovely lady from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Should we wrap it up here?
Probably.
Yeah, we should.
1:40. It's at 1 hour 47. So
we did a
Valerie
decent
approves.
job of like for a
we
while.
did cover stuff. We just covered other stuff.
I did. No, but I tried to keep us on the path this time. I thought we did pretty good.
We did a good job, and then I don't know. At some point, we started talking about my dad's military career when I was 3. So
that was my
it.
fault. I will take responsibility for that. That was my fault.
Yeah.
That was what derailed it right there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that was my fault.
It's the Jag fans every time.
Yeah, it's a Jag fan. Sorry.
Although once someone misunderstood what I was saying when I said my dad was a Jag, and they thought it was like I was insulting him. I was like, no, Judge Advocate General.
No, Judge.
It was his
Judge
job.
Advocate General.
That was his job.
Does everyone want to like say bye and say where they can find them? Say where the nice people can find them on the internet.
Sure. I'm Joel. I'm normally on the Friday Tex-Trek, but I had to work tomorrow, unfortunately, so I decided I'd come on the Thursday one.
Yeah, thanks.
And I'm Valis on Twitter. If you go there right now, I retweeted with a typo, Jill informed me, the picture of me giving Rachel's Murph a beer. And it's a fun picture.
It is a fun picture.
And, yeah, so how about you, Marcelo?
Yeah, guys, if you want to catch what I do on the interwebs, the best place to get a link to all the amazing stuff that I do, and guys, I do a lot, but the best place to catch all of my crazy kooky adventures online is to follow me on X. I'm at CreekFanatic88, just like it says here under my name there.
All right, and you can find me on almost everywhere on X at the Seagar61. Blue Sky at CR61, and Instagram at 63. I couldn't get that number because I deleted my account one time, and by the time I got it back, I couldn't get it. So,
Yeah,
it's the only oddball one.
Isn't that hell? Sorry.
I'm Rachel. I'm
It
also on
is.
I'm also on the Actual Play podcast, Masters of Mayhem, where we play Mutants and Masterminds 3rd Edition. I am Dramadork884, basically everywhere on the internet. No one wants that username. Good for me. Only me. I swear to God, if one of you take it somewhere, I will hunt you down. Yeah, I exist on the internet, probably too much, but you know, that's life.
That's life.
Bye. I don't know how to end this.
Everyone tune
yeah.
in tomorrow at 7
Yes.
p.m. Central Standard Time for
I
the
will-
deep dive of Tex-Trek about this episode, and it sounds like Sohail will be joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
think you will.
A more concrete review
Hello,
of the
Cake.
episode.
Sorry, Cake
next
sighting.
time.
We had to shout it out.
Oh, hi, Cake. Yes, I'll send moves after someone. It's just my username. Okay, yeah. So, live long and prosper, everyone.
Bye.